Alright, what mission is this? A minute 30, defeat the exterminators, this aura. Hebijo's finally found us. No more running from the law. Let's make a stand and do JoJo poses. Okay. Finally, whoever was hunting us down has finally found us. Let's do it. I really don't have much of a reason to be in the ninja room. Maybe I accidentally pressed the wrong button, but, alright, we're still not done with this chapter. There's still a few more fights that we gotta do. This key energy is the signature. Yeah, people trying to hit the cave. It's too comfy. They want our air conditioning. I'm pretty sure we put no soliciting. We put the sign on there outside the cave so that nobody would come knocking. How the hell did they find us? We specifically said no homers allowed. Now all the homers of the world are offended. They feel like they're being discriminated against, and now they're gonna come in and cancel us and get us fired from our job at the moving company. Oh, okay. Former student, you sense the purple in my text box. Huh, I trained you well. Are you really that evil? Nah, you're nicer than that. Quick! Do paper rock. See who's gonna go first. You really think that escaping is going to do anything? Rin is like the fastest shinobi in the whole series. We're completely surrounded by all the nothing that is around us. If we had more time to actually draw in some generic ninjas in the background, they could have. They're invisible, they're hiding their presence. All 5 of you, yep, defend yourself. This is what you've been training for. Alright, beautiful. Everybody's got their own little pose. Most of them don't make any sense. Mirai's just like a pouty thing. And Yomi's like this very elegant sort of thing that also doesn't make any sense. That pose doesn't help you at all in fighting. Okay. All you gotta do is just fight for around 1.5 minutes. Okay, and we got some very weird slowdown. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, because I am very afraid that this will crash on me. Now, for an emulated copy of Deep Crimson that hasn't been tested yet by Citra, I can very much confirm that this works almost perfectly. There's like some split seconds of slowdown, occasional freezing, but it's very, very rare. So, if I had a way to communicate that to the Citra team, I would say, hey, this copy of Samurai Kagura 2 Deep Crimson, it runs very, very well on Citra. Just letting y'all know right now. I mean, I can kind of understand that there really aren't enough people out there that would care enough to want to test this out, but I do. So, yeah. Now you guys have the answer. Yeah, because, you know, when you download the Citra software, it gives you, like, a list of games. Or at least, you know, for me, the one game that I have. And then it says, like, not tested. Which, it leads me to assume that, you know, there are other ones that are labeled as tested. It works great. It doesn't work great. It works bad. It doesn't even launch. I know there's, like, a legend on, like, the website or whatever where you download Citra. And, yeah, with SK2, it shows up as, like, you know, not tested at all. So, like, really, like, nobody's ever bothered to play Deep Crimson emulated and see how it works. Because it works pretty damn good. It works pretty good. It's burst, ironically, that doesn't work at all. Just for curiosity's sake, I downloaded Samurai Kagura Burst for Citra. I have it on 3DS, and even there, it doesn't really run all that well. And I said, okay, maybe if I'm running it on a PC, then maybe the frame rate will be better, it'll run better. No, it doesn't. Actually, it runs way worse. Believe it or not. The dialogue is like in slow motion and stuff. Yeah, it's very, very poorly optimized. But anyway, so much for the hunters. Yeah, these guys gotta boost up their nen. They've been keeping up with their training. Of course we can. Just because we live in a cave, that doesn't mean that we're not training. We just went through a whole dramatic arc. Master Susan is next. Yep, I'm gonna have to defeat her. We're gonna do that outside. He is too cramped in here.
お前たちが討伐隊を返り討ちにできたのなら、ヘビジョの現状をすべて話そうと。
Hebijo's situation. Okay, I mean, what do we care? Hebijo's been destroyed.
ヘビジョの現状。
Look, he turned giant and now he's gonna crush the school.
またヨーマを生み出そうとしている。
He's still trying to summon Yoma. Okay, I thought you were going to say that he, hired a mad scientist to, create a ray, that would shoot Dogen and have him be giant. And he's like, ha ha ha, I'm going to grab all of my Hot Wheels and turn them giant and crash them into Hebijo. Yeah, I'm gonna grab it and then throw all of Hebijo into a giant toilet and flush it. Nobody can stop me now. Yeah, okay. So he still wants to do all of the bad stuff. I mean, I don't know how he can do that. I mean, Hebijo's destroyed, man. It's done. Yeah, oh man, I really wonder how he survived, me just slashing away his clothes. I thought he would just die of embarrassment from being out there in his underwear, but I guess not. I guess men care a little less about being stripped naked. Almost naked. Master the Yoma and sell them around the world as weapons of war. That's a very, very bad idea. Alright. Well, have you seen the Shinobi Masters anime? Because you can kind of sort of do it. But again, Fubuki wasn't even a thing until like way later. This was before any of that.
それはわからないわ。私たちの時は失敗したけど、もっと大勢の忍びを生贄にすれば制御可能なのかも。
With enough blood sacrifices, yeah. And I mean, he knows though the whole puppetry stuff too, right? Can't you technically use the Yoma, is there any rule saying that you can't use puppetry on them?
ヨーマが制御可能と判断できれば、道元はヘビジョを悪人育成機関からヨーマ兵器工場に変えるつもりだ。
No, there we go, Yoma factory. I mean, it kind of makes sense if you're just gonna use those shinobi's blood to, generate Yoma and stuff. Keep using like demonic summoning rituals with shinobi blood.
なるほどな。道元は武器商人になってがっぽり儲けたいんやな。
Yep, all for that money. Money. Here at the chum bucket.
私からの話は以上だ。
Alright, okay, see you later, bye. Actually, no, I don't want to be there at Hebijo anymore. Can I crash on the couch here in the cave?
どうしてそんな話を私たちに?
Yeah, why tell us?
その理由は自分たちで考えるがいい。
For you to go and wreck the place again, what do you think? I'm just gonna let you know what's going on. Do you want to go and attack the place? You want to go kill Dogen again?
このまま放っておいたらヘビジョが
Hebijo will be destroyed, which is exactly the thing that we already did before.
私たちはヘビジョを捨てた身だ。ヘビジョを助ける義理はない。
I mean, Dogen is the one that turned his back on you. I mean, I don't know. We're not a part of them anymore. We didn't have to fight for them.
しかし、義理はなくても恩はある。
We don't owe them. It's because of Hebijo that you're in this position right now. I mean, I know the logic is like, okay, that place was our home, That was like a place where we bonded and met and stuff. So, you have a sentimental value in that place. But, that place had like awful training regimens and like Dogen was there who backstabbed you. They just used you for like, summoning Orochi and stuff. I really don't see why you need to like protect that place at all. To me, it just seemed like an excuse to just, have more levels in the video game so that you can have more video game to play. Really? Word?
ヘビジョが変わってしまえば、私たちのような人間は行き場を失ってしまう。
Okay, I kind of half agree and I kind of half don't. I don't agree because it seems to me that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV. And on top of that is that the change didn't really come from you being in that school. The change came from you clashing with the Hanzo school. It's you getting to know the good shinobi and fighting each other consistently that made you all change. It wasn't the school. The school didn't do anything. It just screwed you over and wanted all you killed, for the sake of summoning this big demon from hell. That's literally what the plan was, They were just using you, so I don't know why you feel like you owe it to them to go and save them. That seems really stupid to me. Now, what I do agree on is like, you know, evil accepts everybody. You know, there's a lot of people that came from the streets. 3/5 of this team came from the streets, and they found a home in this institution. You know, Hikage was a street thug. Yomi was super duper poor. Homura was on the streets as well because she got disowned by her parents. Mirai and Haruka are the only, like, privileged ones that weren't necessarily in such a bad position, you know? But, yeah, I mean, that does make sense. You know, Rin came in and recruited them to give them a home, and just because they're a part of an evil shinobi school, that doesn't mean that they're super duper evil, right? So there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to get sacrificed to Orochi again or whatever, and they don't necessarily deserve it. So, sure, whatever.
そうね。誰もが日の当たる道を歩けるわけじゃないしね。
But aren't you walking the straight and narrow by saving Hebijo from this evil guy? Like, just...
私もヘビジョがなければ飢え死にしていたかもしれません。
Really? You seem pretty happy with your grass from the ground and bean sprouts.
よし、みんな、ヘビジョに乗り込むぞ。道元にヘビジョの誇りを汚されてたまるか。
Alright, don't let Dogen stain the pride of Hebijo. Yes, the prolific pride that they have of almost killing everybody that they train. How prideful.
いい評価だ。
They always talk about pride, and you know, every single time I see Hebijo as a school is like, what? Proud of what? You know? The only thing that these girls have anything to be proud of has nothing to do with Hebijo, you know? One of them is being taught by Suzune, by Rin, who isn't even supposed to be an evil shinobi. She was like a good shinobi that failed a mission and faked her death, you know, to start all over from the beginning. And then, you know, the other thing that they should be proud of is their change, you know, from like Hebijo to Crimson Squad, them kind of doing things on their own, coming out as, you know, pretty much better people. And that's only because they interacted with the Hanzo girls and has nothing to do with them, like, being students at Hebijo. If it weren't for Hanzo, the girls at Hanzo, and if it weren't for Rin, like, whatever, man, Hebijo doesn't have anything. It just has a power-hungry, rich guy that's just using everybody. And again, you know, it counts as, like, some sort of weird, you know, homeless shelter, in a way. You know, we're gonna take all these bitter, angry, homeless people and teach them how to kill people. Yeah. Great. Completely foolproof plan. I'm sure there won't be any backstabbing or betrayals or stupid decisions being made at all. Hebijo and Dogen have been unlocked. So yeah, that's the picture, not anything particularly special. Having Dogen as a playable character, you know, it wouldn't be too bad. You know, having that a boss battle. I keep pressing, I don't know if I'm pressing the wrong button or something, but I keep getting booted out into the main hub. Maybe that's just the game doing that naturally, I don't know. Maybe they want me to see the cave more often before we leave on this trip that will not allow us to see this cave ever again. Let's see, return to Hebijo Academy. You just infiltrate the academy that for some reason got brought back very quickly after us, you know, not too long ago destroying it. I won't let Dogen stain Hebijo's pride. I'll save Hebijo even after destroy it. You're already destroyed it, now we're destroying it a second time. What the hell? We're literally doing the same thing that we already did before. Great. Again, so this is the kind of thing that makes me think, okay, this is just more video game. You know, there's just an excuse for us to fight in more levels. It's been a while since we visited our alma mater. How long has it been? 2 days? Yeah, this really makes me wonder, how long has it been since, you know, Burst happened, right? Because we're really making it sound like, oh my god, it's been so long, you know? And, you know, Homura has a job now. The whole building got built up as if nothing happened, you know? So it had to be, like, at least a year, right? I don't know. Yes, it might burn down all over again by the same people that burned it down the first time.
Homura-chan, 私を操った感じからして、道元はかなりの術の使い手よ。ただの出資者だと思って気を抜かないでね。
No ordinary investor, he's a puppet master investor. Don't drop your guard. I mean, technically, in all fairness, it wasn't the girls that destroyed Hebijo and they didn't do it on purpose. It was all of that fighting against Orochi that kind of made it happen, but still, you know? Yeah, I gotta find them and, you know, do a little bit more than just strip them in the nude. We know that he won't die of embarrassment, so we gotta do something even worse. Maybe throw eggs at him while he's shirtless or something, I don't know. Oh, like that's gonna work. Chances are they're just puppets. Ah, they're wearing AirPods, they can't hear us. Alright, just fight. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a Homeda marathon here. I'm pretty sure the only character that we use here, that we're allowed to use in this first run, is just Homeda. So, yeah. Homeda's gonna end up being stronger than Asuka because... yeah, we're gonna be using her a whole bunch of times here. Alright, mission start, let's do it. Alright, let's kick some butt. There we go. Done. Easy as that. The only disadvantage that Deep Crimson has over all of the other Samurai Kagura games is that there are nowhere near as many enemies on the field in this game than there is on, say, PS4 with Estival Versus. Estival Versus is definitely not the best game for you to play in terms of, you know, best Samurai Kagura games out there. But one thing that I think is really fun is that there are a lot of levels with a lot of enemies on them. And it can get fairly challenging if you don't know what you're doing, right? There's like waves and waves and waves and waves of like 200 plus enemies on the field at any given time. On PlayStation Vita is a little different. I think they can only have up until 100 enemies all at once on the field. On PS4 is 200. And on 3DS, I guess you can only have, what, like 6 or 7? You know, 10 maximum dudes on the screen all at once. This is why I would love it if this game came out on the Switch, or, you know, if they ever do a Deep Crimson remake, that they actually had, you know, that Estival Versus kind of stuff where you have an enormous amount of enemies all at once, just kind of going at shit, because then you have more time to play with mechanics, you know, you can have all of this variety of enemies. It's just more fun mowing down a river of enemies as opposed to just, you know, a couple of these dudes at a time. And, you know, because the mechanics and the fighting is so fun in this second game, you really don't have a lot of time to enjoy it, you know? It's so brief. So, if they gave you the fighting mechanics of Deep Crimson for the characters, and then for the levels, they gave you like that, you know, over-the-top, just excess of enemies from Estival Versus, and you fused it together into a fast, responsive game with fun mechanics, and then have like a Hyrule Warriors, you know, Dynasty Warriors amount of people for you to just destroy. I think that'd be really, really fun. And, you know, take all of the different varieties of enemies that you've had throughout the years and just bring them all together into one game. Because, I feel like, you know, the Samurai Kagura games have done a bad job at sort of bringing everything together. It's a very segmented series of games. It's odd. It's really weird because then one game could have really on-point mechanics, but then you could have a totally different game on a different console that, like, takes most of that away and has totally different things going for it, you know? It's like, you know, in Deep Crimson you have co-op. And, you know, you can switch from one character to the other at will and have combo ninja arts and stuff like that. And you have the aerial ninja arts as well. In Estival Versus, you have co-op, like, AI partners on there, but you cannot switch from one to the other at will. You're not able to. And on top of that, the co-op ninja arts don't exist. The aerial ninja arts don't exist. And, yeah, it just... from one game to the other, they put something in there, and they always feel like they gotta take something away in exchange, you know? It's like alchemy, you know? Whenever you make something, you gotta lose something in return, which to me, it seems very unnecessary. If you want to make this already niche series of games better, you have to keep overlaying one thing on top of the other. Just keep adding more on top of what you already had before. Because if you keep taking away stuff, like, the games just have less and less content, and I'm given less reasons for me to play these games, right? I'll keep criticizing them, even though they're technically supposed to be more advanced, but they're not because, you know, they have less and less features, and more stuff gets locked out as DLC, which is awful. They're shooting themselves in the foot when they do that. Yeah, if they're not, you know, beaten to death.
殺さんように手加減するのが大変や。
Hurt to hold back enough to not kill him? For Hikage, that's really saying something. We are the Ascendant saying, hey, cool, good game of fun. Hey, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, Kenai. Hello, we are the Ascendant. Hello, Eki. Hello, James Jordan. Hello, everybody that's here. I have like 9 to 10 viewers right now, but nobody's talking. But hey, I see you. Nobody on DLive either. Okay, it seemed like everybody's exclusively from YouTube. Fantastic. It seems like as long as I do YouTube, nobody will go anywhere else. The only way for me to get people to go on Twitch is for me to, like, you know, not stream anywhere else and only do Twitch, which is, kind of sad. That I have to, like, you know, forcefully, like, you know, sheep herd my audience into somewhere else. It was hard to hold back enough to not kill him.
ヘビジョは救いに来たのに忍び学生を殺しちゃ意味ないでしょ。
Nah, whatever. Evil accepts all, right? They can just get some brand new recruits, right?
なあ、そりゃそうやな。
おしゃべりはそれまでだ。みんな気をつけろ。
Everybody stay alert. Alright. Did the clouds change color for a second there? What game is it called? This is Senran Kagura 2 Deep Crimson. If you know how to read, you'll read the title of the stream and you already have the answer to your question. Also, if you can read literally what the logo says right here, you have one place, two places, you have multiple places for you to know what the game is called. I don't know what the hell, I don't know why you're asking me about it. Just use your eyes. What's wrong? Oh, the clouds changed color slightly and I got really creeped out. I just got scared. Everything's turning red. Everything's turning purple for me. I don't know, maybe I'm colorblind, but hey. Oh, there we go. There we go. Gunya gunya, all squishy. Where are we? Did Orochi swallow us up?
なんや、この腐ったような匂いは。
That rotten smell smells like your grass soup, Yomi. No, y'all got separated.
オロチの体内と同じ感じよ。
Oh, great, you're inside Orochi again. Fuck now. Well, you're already inside it again. Alright. Leave it to Mariah to frickin' drop the first F-bomb right here. I'm not sorry about saying fuck on stream if the game says it first.
これはまずいわね。
Also, in my defense, a lot of my coworkers at work, I find, they throw fucks and shits everywhere and they don't care. Like, I had a meeting recently where, like, the boss is, you know, he was saying a speech during the meeting and he was throwing F-bombs and S-bombs and everything, just short of saying, worse things that would legitimately get me in trouble from now on. So, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna say them anymore. I like having a job. I'm gonna behave myself from now on. I could say whatever I wanted before because, you know, I was unemployed. YouTube was all that I had going for me, so, you know, I was all free. But now I actually have responsibilities. 23,000 points. All right, we got an A. I mean, I feel like I'm putting myself in danger already just by playing this game where you know, tear a woman's clothing. But it's funny and well-written and it has a cool story, so, you know, I'll use that as my excuse. It's like that dog that smokes in that PSA, like, hey, I'm a dog. What's your excuse? Whenever I do something bad, I'll just break out like a furry dog suit, like Sonic Fox style, and then, you know, have a cigarette and be like, hey, I'm a dog. What's your excuse? The world of destruction has been unlocked. Great. Everybody run. Hide your wife and hide your kids and pray.